Well, Rye was born with severe meconium aspiration syndrome. I was really shocked when they told us how sick he was. They couldn't oxygenate him properly, and they were really struggling to get his oxygen levels up, and they were really concerned when they gave us a pretty grim prognosis. I was just in shock. I kind of numb. And I was also trying to recuperate from laboring for so long, and I was having such a hard time processing information, and then slowly over the hours and the days, it really sunk in, oh my God, I don't know if he's gonna make it, and we're gonna be, if he makes it, we're gonna be in the hospital for a really long time. I would start having these giant waves of anxiety and fear and confusion, and luckily pulled through, but it was really touch and go for quite a while. I was surprised by how much support we received, including Foxbox. Especially during COVID, they're not able to visit and come and spend time with us in the hospital. And so being in the hospital for a while felt really isolating, because it was just my husband and I, and Rye was intubated and couldn't really interact with us and paralyzed and all kinds of crazy stuff. But then when Foxbox came along, I was like, wow, there's people that care and they don't even know us, and it just felt really supportive. Once he was less sedated and stuff, we could do things with him, and decorate his room and make it feel more like a nursery versus this terrible nightmare. Being in that situation, you can't do the normal things, you can't breastfeed and you can't hold him, you can't even make eye contact with him. Or for the first couple of days, we really couldn't really touch him or kiss him, and it was you couldn't do anything that was normal. And to have it look a little normal, and the act of putting up the little things on the crib, and process of making it our space, was really in a way really therapeutic. It was really nice in such a terrible time. When I opened it, I was just seeing all the stuff in it, I was just wow, so many different ways to make it a little, make the situation more tolerable. Seeing all the books that I could read to him while he was intubated, and the decorations, and being oh, I get to put these up and make it a nursery. And in a way, it was a really nice distraction, but also it an ongoing support source, because I could every morning I would come and read him a book, and then when we finally started able to hold him and attempt breastfeeding for the first time, having the nursing pillow, and because before we were just using the hospital pillows, and they just kept slipping out from underneath. And so just little things that just made life just that much more bearable and in the moment. And this a feeling of, okay, there's hope that we can make it through this, because there's these not just people that care and are putting a lot of energy into letting us know that they're there, and that we're not alone, but also these little things that can make every day just a little bit more tolerable. I got a second one because it was amazing, and I love it because it's just so comforting to hold. It's the perfect shape. They're easy to clean when you don't have cleaning utensils, and use them for water and tea and coffee. And yeah, it was great. Even though he's only 2 months now, we're still we use all the stuff still, the books. I remember reading, this was one of the first books I read him, and this was in the box, and it's a really sweet story of parents' love. And it was one of the first books I read to him when we got the box, and I could hardly even finish it. I started crying, but reading the words that are in the book were really healing to me. The Slumberkin with the little stuffed animal that came with it, I just think the concept is so cool, and I'm hoping this little book was helping him cope with anything he might be feeling or experiencing.